So, it's 2025. You boot up Roblox to play the freshly released Sonic.exe game named Outcome Memories. You pop into the game, pick the first character that you get your hands on, and don't know what to do. Where to even start? Well, it's fair for me to assume that you clicked on this video for an answer to this question. Hi, I'm Yacine, a tester for Outcome Memories. Today I will show you how to get properly started on your first few times playing the game, what settings to use, what characters to play and how to play them, and a whole lot of other little things. Now that this is said, let's start by having a look at the settings. Outcome Memories' default settings are up to date, there is no denying it. But if you want to make your experience overall better, I invite you to at least click on the gear icon on the left of your screen, scroll all the way down and increase this value that says FOV. I put mine at 120 to improve my visibility, but this is mainly up to personal preferences. I would also recommend that you turn on the toggle run feature so you don't have to hold the run button too well. Run. Whoa! You can also reduce the camera shake value here to make the camera shake less distracting in game. I have mine at either 10 or 15 for this reason, and it's once again up to personal tastes. Once loaded into a round, you'll be greeted by the selection menu that lets you select any available survivor of your choice. There is currently 7 survivors available in the game, those being Tails, Knuckles, Eggman, Amy, Cream, Sonic, and Metal Sonic. Some survivors are all about attacking, some are about supporting, while some are just there, but we'll get to that later. Now, with so many options, who do I start off with? Having such a large cast of characters can be overwhelming, so for your convenience, I've decided to pick one character for each playstyle, starting off with Knuckles the Echidna is a stunner, a character whose job is to delay the executioner's attack by stunning it. Knuckles is equipped with 2 abilities. Punch is going to be your main source of stun time. Using this ability will force the shift lock view and lets you lunge forward and throw a powerful blow in the direction you're facing. The longer you hold that punch after pressing the button, the more charge it gets. The more it's charged, the longer it stuns. You can also press the button, jump, then punch to slap on the floor, making it fairly easy to stun the executioner while being chased. Your second ability is Counter. When using this ability, your player model will be highlighted to everyone as long as you aren't hidden from the person by a wall. While this highlight is active, any attacks that should have hit you will be countered. The executioner will be pushed back and stunned for a decent amount of time, usually long enough for you to retreat in order to wait for your cooldowns. While playing Knuckles, it is expected from you to be present on the front line against the executioner. Luckily for you, you very likely won't be alone. If you are running low on HP represented by this green bar at the bottom left of your screen, you either start playing more passive, not attacking unless attacked, or try to fight Cream if you have one on your team. She has the ability to heal you and will allow you to spend more time on the front line. Oh? What's that? You don't like fighting too much? Well, in that case, Cream the Rabbit is a support, a character whose job is to, as the name implies, support her teammates. You are given 2 abilities, Heal, which is very much self-explanatory. You stand close enough to your teammate, use the ability and it will heal any survivor within reach. Keep in mind that the radius is fairly short and that you become a sitting duck when using this ability. You want to heal while being hidden. At best, you can communicate with your team and tell a specific player to fall back so you can heal them. Your second ability is Dash. While using this ability, you dash forward, and if you bump into anyone, including your teammates, you are given a speed boost that lasts for seconds. You can use this ability for added mobility or save yourself from a risky situation. As Cream, you want to use your heal ability as often as possible. The life of your teammates most of the time lies in your hands, so you want to give them as much heals as possible. You're not a huge fan of being a support, and you're not a huge fan of being a stunner. You like doing nothing. Lucky you, I got the perfect character just for you. Dr. Ivor Robotnik, better known as Eggman, is a survivalist, literally one of a kind in this game. Your whole purpose as a survivalist is, well, as the name implies, to survive. You aren't a stunner. None of your abilities allows you to stun the executioner without any inputs from said executioner. And you aren't a support since both of your abilities only benefit you except in a few niche circumstances. Basically, you have abilities just to guarantee your own survival. Eggman has 2 abilities. Force Shield, an ability that once used will create a force shield around you that protects you from all incoming damage for a few seconds. If the EXE attacks you while this shield is up, he will be pushed back and stunned for a short amount of time. Your second ability is Jetpack Boost. Once you use this ability, you run at high speed with complete control of your character for 3 seconds. This ability allows you to reliably escape from the executioner. Eggman also has a passive that lets you have a double jump. While jumping, if you press a jump button again while being airborne, you can, as the name implies, jump a second time. Your only job as Eggman, other than surviving, is to provide Metal Sonic with additional healing speed. If you see a Metal Sonic using self-repair and you aren't being chased, stand very close to Metal Sonic so he can heal faster and go back to fighting right after. Of course, once you get a good grasp on how this game works, please give a shot to the other survivors. They have more depth in their gameplay than these three, and it'd be a shame if you missed out on the character that truly fits your playstyle. The Executioner, as the name implies, is the evil character whose job is to kill the others. By checking this board in the lobby, you can see who's going to be the Executioner next. Currently, the only Executioner is 2011X. If it's your turn to become the Executioner, the round will start and the game will select 2011X for you. 2011X has 5 abilities. His M1, of course, by pressing left click, you will do a basic attack dealing 42 damage to the first player it touches. Your other abilities are Invisibility, Charge, God's Trickery, and Rage Mode. By default, the Rage Mode ability will be crossed out, but more on that later. Let's go over all of your abilities one by one. Invisibility, as the name implies, allows you to become invisible. Once invisible, you cannot be stunned, you cannot jump, you will move faster, and will be given the ability to teleport next to a survivor, given that you're close enough to them. Charge is an ability that allows you to fly and choke whoever you grab. After pressing this ability, your player model will flash red 3 times, once per second, before you start flying. God's Trickery is an ability that allows you to reliably locate one survivor. By using this ability, you will slowly go invisible before being teleported behind a random survivor, lunging forward and dealing 15 damage, confusing them in the process, unless they dodge it. Rage Mode is an ability that you can use only once per game. Every time you get stunned, this Rage meter will fill up. Once full, you will be given the ability to use Rage Mode. Rage Mode is very powerful. It stops the timer for a minute and a half, if not more, increases your base movement speed, indicates the location of survivors every 35 seconds, and most importantly, increases your base damage from 42 to 50, letting you reliably 2-shot full HP survivors, except Metal Sonic, and 1-shot survivors that have been revived, unless they got healed by Cream. The downside of this ability is that you can't use either Invisibility or God's Trickery during the whole duration of the Rage Mode. While using Rage Mode, you want to be as aggressive as possible. The stun times applied to you when attacked is drastically reduced during the duration of Rage Mode, letting you keep up the chase a whole lot more easily. Now it's time to learn about map mechanics. This part will be fairly short, I promise, so let's speedrun through this. Green Hill's final 80 has Thunder Strikes, and it aims all the players that are alive. Being hit by a Thunder Strike sets you on fire, and that's pretty much it. You Can't Run final 80 has a huge explosion. If you see a white wall moving towards you, run in the opposite direction and straight to an exit, otherwise you will be obliterated. You've been playing for a bit, and have earned a decent amount of rings. The shop is the place where you exchange rings for cosmetics. To earn rings, just play rounds. The higher your rank is, the more rings you earn. You have all of this part dedicated to buying cosmetics. At the top left, you have the inventory button, and as the name implies, it lets you equip your cosmetics. This menu is fairly easy to navigate, and therefore I will not bother explaining how it works. Well, this is the end of the tutorial. Your journey just started, and you started off properly. Congrats! As per usual, I invite you to join my Discord server, whose link is down in the description. And please show me support by liking and subscribing. It rewards me for the effort I put into my content, and I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you again next time.